welcome to this edition of I've a Hustler. We're talking about ever. I am your favorite hustler, the lady hustler herself, Yolanda Vidal. I am a CEO, activist, actor, and spokesmodel, entrepreneur, author, and I'm also a publisher. And there I am with just a few of the lovely networks that I have been interviewed on and spoken about topics. And there's my little presence. Okay, I'm teaching you all about hustling to improve your lifestyle and income status. I am not just preaching to you on creating an overglorified job or an expensive hobby. There I am with one of the film crews I work with. Everybody, all happy. If you like what I'm putting down, hit the subscribe button. If you want to know when I put up a new video and post them, hit the little bell up in the corner. I'll let you know when I'm up and running. We're going to go through just a few things. We're going to talk about reviewing and celebrating the past 12 months of your life for better success, both personally and in your business. Because before you can look forward, you need to look back. As that's what a vintage ad did proclaim, you've come a long way, baby. So it's time to celebrate that, but first you need to know what you're celebrating. So I need you to think back on how you started the past year. Make a list of how you've grown and improved, and keep the following life and business areas in mind as you make up your list. So you're going to look at your family and relationships, financial, reputation, your audience reach, your charity and volunteer work, business vision, spirituality. You write down where you were. Now you write down where you want to go in each of those areas and anything else that's important to you. You can even have on there travel. You wanted to travel somewhere, did you go? Understanding your why. All right. Before you can get going on goal setting, which is what we're going to talk a little bit about later, you need to understand why you are driven to do certain things. So what's getting you up in the morning, other than the alarm clock, I mean? That's all that's getting you up. You know, you can hit that snooze button and end up late going to your regular job. You don't want to do that. So what forces you to pick up the phone and call another potential client? What's keeping you going when you don't, and it makes you not want to give up? Is it the possibility of a better lifestyle to spend with your family? Keep that one in mind, because a lot of entrepreneurs say that's their goal, but if you really look at how they live their lives, yeah, great. They've got income, still don't have any time on their hands because they're too busy working their job, hence overglorified job. You went from working for somebody else to now you're working for a whole lot of somebody else's, trying to turn out those products, as opposed to putting a system in place. And we're going to talk about that later on too. Your why is personal. It's yours alone, so there's no two whys that'll ever be exactly alike. Similar, yes. Alike, no. There's also no right and wrong answer to your why. Now, once you know what drives you, every decision becomes easier. So before we, again, start setting goals for your upcoming year, let's spend a little time talking about why you do what you do. Answer the following questions. If money and time were of no concern, what would you be doing with your days? Would you be lounging by a pool? Would you be jet setting off to do some crazy shopping trip in Milan? Would you just be taking time off to go see the latest Avengers movie? What would you be doing? Looking back at your past year, what events or accomplishments made your heart light up? Oh, hey, Devin. Nice to have you on board. Actually, I saw it the day before it opened. And yeah, I did see it. Well, 2 hours and 40 minutes of a film is definitely. Plus, we had trailers. That was the thing. We had trailers and 2 hours and 40 minutes. I don't know how many trailers you guys got, but we had 6. So that 2 hours and 40 minutes became 2 hours and 45, 2 hours and 50 minutes. real quick. So we're talking almost 3 hours of your life at the theater I saw it in. Everybody saw that. Hey, keep that over on the other forum. All right, Steven. We're not talking about that. Anyway, back to this. Looking back on your past year, what events or accomplishments made your heart light up? Aside from the film. Yeah, that too. Now, if that's what your want is and getting you out of bed, hey, go for it. If you lost everything tomorrow, what would you miss most? Some of you would miss your ability to check out the next Marvel installment of the Marvel Universe. I don't even know where to go with that. Is that Marvel Universe making you money? I just need to know. If it's making you money, then yeah, that can go on your list. If it's not, nah, that's an overglorified hobby. Now, if you could trade lives with anyone, who would it be and why? And none of you better say Thanos, so get off my video. All right, with these answers in mind, spend at least an hour writing out what you do. You started your business with a vision in mind and probably daydreamed about what it would look like as you sat at your day job waiting for that clock to go tick, 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 and tell you it's finally time to go home. And if you hadn't noticed, when you're working in an office, the clock stops working at about 5 minutes to 5, and it stops working there for about 30 minutes. So, in real world time, it's 5:30, even though it's just swearing up and down, it's 5 o'clock. Hey, Heather. Nice to have you on board. All right, maybe you fantasized about how it would be to work from home as you scraped ice off your car in preparation for yet another cold commute and bumper-to-bumper traffic. Hi, Minneapolis. Hi, Nebraska. Hi, New York. And hello, Maryland, Washington, D.C. area. Yeah, I remember those icy days. I remember my parents on those icy days. And I truly remember the bumper-to-bumper. What did your day look like when you were daydreaming while you were going through all of this? What was the dream business you had? How did your ideas roll out? And where did you spend your downtime once that business was up and running? Chances are your vision has changed over time, but you're very likely still to have a dream of what you want your business to be and your life to look like. So spend a few minutes. You're going to write this stuff down in as much detail as you can, because these are your long and short-term business and life visions. Here we go. Camera. Can't believe I did that. Goal setting. All right. Now that you know what you want in your business and your life to look like, more importantly, you also know why. It's time to set some goals and help you get there. And you know what we're going to talk about next. It's the SMART goal model: specific, measurable, achievable, results focused, and time bound. We like SMART goals. So, for example, you might set a goal to earn $200,000. Well, that's specific, it's measurable, and it's results focused. And you want to do that in 2018. There's your time. Now, in 2017, if you earned $150,000, then your goal is certainly achievable. Well, guess what? That's a SMART goal. Now, SMART goals are safe and they're expected. And there's something to be said for dreaming big. Seriously, because it's going to get you further. Now, what if you took your SMART goal and instead of only adding $50,000 to the income, you followed Grant Cardone's advice and multiplied that times 10? All right. The 10 times rule, the only difference between success and failure, written by Cardone, makes the case that the only way to really achieve greatness is to dream bigger and to push yourself further by setting goals that no one might consider reasonable. Okay, so let's bounce back over to that. breaking it down at a glance. Now that you've gotten that, again, let's go back. It's much easier for you to go from $200,000, 150,000 to 200,000, right? So let's do 10 times. Let's say you are starting out and you are at a service business. You're making $20,000 a year. Guess what your 10 times just turned into? $200,000. There it is. It's that simple. Now, if you want to know how to do that, you got to break it down into tiny chunks, manageable chunks. It's much easier, for instance, to think about adding 100 people to your mailing list this week than to consider trying to add 5,000 people in a year. But I want you to think about that for a second. If you add 100 people every week of a year to a mailing list, that's 5,200 people that you've added in the year. That's what we call creating doable tasks. Now, reaching your goal doesn't just happen. This is where that 4-letter word pops up. Yeah, y'all all know the one. 4 ends in a K, starts with a W. Not many people enjoy the work. So you got to put in work in order to achieve new heights, whether you like it or not. You've already broken the goals down into your monthly, your weekly milestones. So now it's time to plan the task to reach those milestones. For example, if you set a goal of adding 100 people to your mailing list each week, you know that your landing page converts at 20%. Then you need to drive 500 people, new people, every day to that page. You might do it by running ads on Facebook. You might do sharing your URL on Twitter or LinkedIn, or you just might buy some solo ads. In each case, you need to do some testing and tracking down to ensure that you're spending your hard-earned cash for the correct numbers to meet that goal. Now, keep in mind that also requires you knowing where your people are. If you know your niche and you know your people are not on Facebook, but they may be in LinkedIn, then buy ads on LinkedIn. Use Twitter to send people to your LinkedIn, and then use whatever you've got on LinkedIn to send people over to your landing page. Same thing with Twitter. If you've got all these followers on Twitter who love to hang on everything you tweet for 140 characters, then guess what? You need to start sending those people over to that landing page so they can get real deep into your 40 characters. Resources that you're going to need. Here's my favorite phrase: you keep your mind on your money and your money on your mind. I will always love that phrase because nothing has ever been truer in your life. No business or life operates in a vacuum. You need help. People, tools, training, those are critical to your success. So, and here's some of the examples. Under your business tools, you need web hosting for obvious reasons. You need a mailing list manager like MailChimp. ConvertKit actually is one. Constant Contact is another one. Aweber is one. InfoSoft is another one. But those are the kind that you get when you're up and running and you're making really good money. When you're just starting out, you can start out with something simple. You need something that's going to give you a shopping cart. So if you're on Shopify, work that. Social media presence. You can be on all the famous and popular social media sites that you want, but if your target audience who are your niche and they're willing to spend money, they probably aren't on all of them. At marginal best, they may be on 1 or 2. You need to find that out. But it doesn't matter how many you're on, just make sure all of your branding is the same on every one so it stays consistent. You need a landing page creator. Leadpages is popular. There are a few others that are out there now that are cheaper than Leadpages. You got ClickFunnels that can help you. They create lead pages as well. Actually, they're a whole system. But again, this is stuff that you're going to look at when you got money. If you don't have money, then you're going to go for what's the most viable and conscientious. You're also going to look for a webinar hosting system. We like Zoom because, I mean, come on, $14.99 a month, you're good to go. If you're storing everything on your computer, that's $14.99 and that's all you're out of. If you're storing stuff on theirs, then you're going to probably be out of $30 a month for the extra space and storage. And there you go. You're also going to need, if you are doing videos, you're going to want your videos to be branded. Ours are always branded, where you got the watermark in there and you got the logo. That requires you to have video software. So that can be a little pricey, but there are free ones that you can use. As a matter of fact, you can use YouTube's video editor for free to edit your videos if you need to. Business training. You got email marketing and list building that you can get trained on. Facebook ads, how to use them. Blogging and content marketing. My personal favorite, I love to train people on. Technology training. Again, I teach people how to do podcasts and how to create these. People, JV partners, and affiliates. Finding a JV partner isn't as hard as people think. You go for famous, you don't have to go for famous. Just go for the most successful person in one of your online groups. Okay? And if you're working offline, there are associations that you can join that can help you, and you complement one another, not compete with each other. Affiliates. You want to know what affiliates are? Ray Kroc, personal favorite business person, God rest him. He said you always collect 1% of 100 people's efforts instead of collecting 100% of one person's effort, meaning yourself. Affiliates are those people. They are that 100. They are that 200. They are that 500. They are that 1,000. And if you're only collecting 1% out of 5,000 people's efforts, well, that's 5,000 more than you were ever going to be able to do. Okay? 499, 100% more than you would ever be able to do on your own and collect a lot more. Virtual assistants. Virtual assistants they're godsend if you get the right ones. It might take you a little while to find a good one, but until you are ready to actually pay for one, there are virtual assisting companies out there that start off as low as $200 a month, and they can do things like deal with your email, handle scheduling, even channel calls for you. There's one, if you need to set up your virtual office, they actually are a virtual system where they handle your calls. And they're only charging $100 a month, plus you get your business address and mail service. Copywriters, graphic designers, audio and video editors. Again, these are all people you're going to need. If you don't know how to do any of these things and you are doing all of it on your own right now, yes, it's going to be a little chunky-junky at the beginning, and people are used to that kind of transparency when you're first starting out. But later on, no, one must look professional. So these are people you're going to have to think about adding. So when you think of your goals and your visions for your upcoming year, make a note about the resources that you're going to need to accomplish those goals. Some of them you already have in place, and some you're going to have to research and add to your current list. So you need to ask yourself and start writing these answers down. What's missing from your business and your personal life that is going to help you achieve your goals? And when I say personal life, I'm not kidding. Hire a housekeeper. If you don't, you working and you're trying to get your side hustle on, you don't have time to cook and clean. Your house still has to stay tidy-mighty. You got family running around. You need to have a clean area. So hire somebody, It may seem like it's a big expenditure, but two things happen. If you have a housekeeper, that's a tax write-off. Remember I told you that's my thing. You have a housekeeper, not only is that a tax write-off, but that housekeeper or housekeeping service can do things. They can prepare food. So that takes time out from you having to do meals. You just Give them the stuff that you're allergic to and the type of foods that you normally eat, and let them go to work and cook them up for you. They can cook you things that you can take to work, which means, gee, you don't have to spend money on lunch. Groceries can now be delivered to your home. There's somebody there to get your groceries in and put them away. If you have children and you actually hire an actual nanny / housekeeper who's also the cook, this person is handling that role for you. Think about how much free time that's taking off of your plate, allowing you to work your business. And believe it or not, it also allows you extra time to spend with your children and family, because this person may not be a live-in, they may go home, but all of this other stuff is done and it's ready, Freddy. And you've had that extra time that they've been doing all this stuff for you to work your side gig, freeing up extra time for you that you can spend with them. Get those Little League games and ballet recitals and all that good stuff. So, speaking of your family, we need to talk about accountability and support. So aside from the tools and the training you're going to need to achieve those goals, you're going to need the support and accountability from others as well. Because at the end of the day, who's going to keep you motivated when you just want to give up? Who will help you increase conversions in your landing pages? Who are you going to share different ideas and perspectives with to help you increase your sales? As a small business owner, you're going to need a solid support system. Your support system may include your significant other or your spouse, your business partner if you have one, your mastermind group. I recommend getting an accountability partner, your business and life coach. And keep in mind, you're not going to keep the same business and life coach throughout your whole journey. Each one of those can only get you to a specific level, and then past that level, you're going to need to get a new one. And I will be creating an upcoming video about whom to hire next to help you grow both your business and your lifestyle. And I'll explain a little bit more in that video. Think about which of these you already have. Think about what you're going to need to have, and what roles are they going to fill in the goal setting process for your growth. Now, what you've been creating while writing all of this stuff down, and yes, you need to write it down, is you're creating a living document, business plan, a roadmap, if you will. Goals and tasks that you've got on that list, and that's just the beginning. You're going to continue to add things as things occur, and old ones get completed and fall off. They've either lost their importance to you and your growth, or let's forget it, you just hate doing them. Now, if that's stuff that needs to be done, that's stuff that's going to get outsourced to someone else. You don't have to look at any of these as a must-do. You look at them as a can-do on the list. And there's really important things. You need to do something every day. So pick one thing that moves you closer towards your goals each and every day. Once in a while, say per quarter, you're going to revisit that goals and your vision and ask yourself if it's still viable and do you still really want that in your life. If you do, leave it and work towards it. Not, change it out. So, some of what we talked about here today, we talked about review and celebrating the past 12 months of your life, understanding your why, getting your vision, your business vision in order, some goal setting, breaking it all down, your year at a glance, creating doable tasks, resources you need, accountability and support, and creating your living document, which, if you didn't notice, I cleverly just had you start out with your business plan. See how cleverly you can create a business plan when you're not looking. Now, those are my secret techniques, and I'm going to bring up the Hustle Boot Camp, which will be coming up in July. So you want to get in on it now because the price is low, and I mean really low. It's designed for people who feel they started out wrong and made all sorts of errors, and now they want to get out of the confusion and the chaos and get their business or side gig doing right. This actual boot camp is also designed for people who are starting. You haven't even began to do a business, but you know you got to do a side gig because you got to get out of that rut you're in now with the corporate roller coat. You want to leave that. You need the extra. So it's going to go over things like tracking how many websites you own and how to get rid of stuff that you don't need and you're not making any money on it, and how to make money off of what you're getting rid of. We're going to transform your side gig from an expensive hobby to the business of your dreams, and it's quick and it's easy, and it takes 4 weeks. And it's live, so there are actionables that are going to happen in between the 2 days that we meet, but we actually meet live. It's virtual, so anybody around the world who wants to chime in on this can get in on it. Here's some values that I think are good for you. You got your mindset training to find out if you're ready for your business, and you got to lose that chaos if you've already gotten one. We're going to set your business up right, get rid of the costly mistakes that you've already made. We're going to bust out that money mindset because, as I said, that's a very important thing. We're going to fix your cash flow funnels, okay? Get rid of blockages. And we're going to elevate you to VIP status by teaching you how to elevate your prices. So if you bounce on over, there's the website, ivahustle.com/hustle-bootcamp.html. And yes, you need to put the HTML in there because that's the way the website works. If you don't, it won't find it. And go over and sign up for that. If I'm going to put this link below the video, but if you just want to go over to ivahustle.com, you can actually look in the menu and you'll see Biz Boot. Same thing. Click on that. It's a little bit more in depth about what we're going to be talking about. You're going to say goodbye to your distractions and get your business back in flow. We're going to get rid of that chaos. We're going to determine what is and isn't working to make you money. We're going to take inventory of your chaos so you won't get depressed or lose your mind. I'm going to show you how to do that. There's going to be 10 tips for reducing your monthly expenses while making your business sleeker. You truly want to take that up. How to reset your business. So this is all going to be in Module 1, which is week 1. And how to know what to throw away and what to keep. Week 2, we're going to get rid of the costly burdens that you've been carrying around, which means you've been wasting money or spending money on stuff that you didn't need. You got it ahead of time because you thought you were going to need it and you didn't need. So you're going to be how to break free of that, of what no longer serves you, how to determine what it is not making you money and how to fix that, what to get rid of and how to make money off of that. That's going to be in there too. 2 ways to transform your business quick, what you've already got, and how to stop spending money on things that you're not making any use of. That's week 2. Week 3, we're going to talk about how to optimize and leverage your existing resources. So you got flops, they're going to turn into functions. And they're going to be good because they're going to add to your funnels, which we're also going to help you set up. You've got hidden assets and you need to bring them out of hiding and bring them back to the table. You're going to plug the leaks and the bottlenecks that you got going on, and a fast way to finish your projects that you've been dragging around forever, because we've all got them. You know what I'm saying? You know who you are. Hey, David. Hi, Samantha. How to decide what to finish when you've got a half-finished funnel. Got to get through that fast. Okay, Module 4, you're going to apply the tweaks, and that's where we take you to a whole nother level. You're going to learn how to clean it up. You're going to make yourself streamline. And again, I put this out there. If you haven't started a business or you just started, you can register for this. This is for those who are thinking about starting a side gig or a business, those who have already started one but you're spinning your wheels. You may make some money, but you're making a little money, not a lot of money. We need to get you from those levels, get this handled through this business boot camp, and get you up and ready for the next levels. And I do next level. I really do. But you're not at that. So I'm taking time out of my year. This is my summer thing right now. This is my summer boot camp while I'll be traveling. So most of this you get to see me. I will be in the UK during July, and I'm also going to be in Italy. So guess where I'll be while I'm helping you do this. So you'll understand when I say I'm going to help you get to VIP levels, so then you'll be where I will be while I'm doing this. And so we'll have completely different backdrops, and probably my business partners will be popping on, but I'm not kidding. You will actually see us traveling in July when all this is going on. So if you're ready to learn how to undo all of the mistakes you made in the past, yes, Stephen, I'm not joking. That's where I'll be. I have speaking engagements there. Told you, spokesperson. You're going to transform them into paying products and programs. You're going to start thinking from a place of creative consciousness and how to make that money. Or again, your mind on your money and your money on your mind. We're going to put the fun back into your business plan or rejuvenate the mission of the plan you already started. And we're going to teach you how to attract and energize the right people and whom to inspire to get even more out of it. So, again, like I said, you need to take the IVA Business Bootcamp now, because right now it's only $97. And I'm not joking. I'm only charging $97. But as the time ticks down, tick, 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 over the next few weeks and we get a little bit closer, yeah, that $97 is sure going away. And it's going to keep going up by $100 up until it hits that 50% mark. And after that 50% mark, peace out, baby. It's over with for you. Anybody that joins has to pay full price. So right now, if you just want to get in on the floor, from the floor up, you're going to use code FPK42 over on the sign-up page. Prices are going to go up. I'm not joking. I'm not keeping it at $97. You got a little bit of time to work that. But $97 is very reasonable for 4 weeks of my time. As I told you, I'm not even going to be in country when this is going on. So, not saying that to impress, I'm saying it because it's the truth. As I told you, I own a publishing company, and I will be speaking at a book fair in Scotland while touring the UK. And guess what I'll be talking about? How to make money marketing your self-published books. My favorite topic. If you are ready to learn how to undo all of the mistakes you made in the past, transform them into paying products and programs, and start thinking from, again, a place of creativity. And let me put that bad boy back up again. There it is. IVA Hustle Business Boot Camp, $97. Use that code FPK42. There's the place to sign up, ivahustle.com/hustle-bootcamp.html. If not, hit the website up, ivahustle.com. Go up to the Biz Boot, click that bad boy, and sign up and use this. Again, I will be posting all of this info in the space below, so you will know where to go, know what you know. But know that that code will be expiring, and know, for those of you who will see this after it ticks down, you will go to use that code, it will not work. You want a copy of the ebook, How to Plan Your Best Year Ever? You can also find that, which is going to also, by the way, it will not only include the ebook, it's going to include this video as well. So you're going to be able to get a hold of that by going to Planning Your Best Year, ivahustle.com/planning your best year. And you will get this as well as the ebook. And the ebook actually breaks it down more in depth, and it has the checklists and the actionables that you need to write down included in the ebook. So you can print them out, do what you got to do, and get to that. So again, that info will be posted for you. You need to find me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Iolanda V. Argent. Or you can find me on LinkedIn, if you can remember that. It will be IV Argent. Otherwise, you can write me at IV_Argent at ivahustle.com. Or you can call me, the Successful Business Diva, at 916-800-2633. Now, you need to sign up for our updates. I'm not joking. Then you'll learn about all the boot camps, and you'll figure out where I am and what I am and what I'm doing. Sign up at ivahustler.com. Go there, sign up for it. And again, you can also follow this page. Hit that subscribe button, click that bell if you like what I'm putting down, and I will see you the next video. Okay, wait a minute. What was that? No. Okay, Stevens. Okay, you know what? I actually have no problem with talking about Infinity Wars because it'll, but we ain't gonna put no spoilers out here, nothing like that. It was a lot going on, a lot of explosions, a whole bunch of different storylines all happening, and a whole lot of things blowing up. A lot of carnage. So if that's what you're looking for, yeah, good way to pluck down some money and unwind and relax. And then I want you to come back and sign up for the Hustlers Business Boot Camp. And there you go. So again, we will see you next time.